Greetings YouTube. My Star Wars 2 Battlefront 2 Officer guide. We cover pretty much everything you're going to need to know how to play Officer and what cards, weapons and that to use. Right, first of all, what is the Officer class? The Officer class, the combat support buffer. Right, it does this through quite a few different abilities: battle command, turrets, shields, grenade diffusers, and even a blinding flash grenade. It's the only class that has to use pistols, but it's by no means weak in combat. Take a look at the abilities. Right, Blaster turret. Pretty weak. Only take a few hits and it blows up. It'll get you killed more often than not. It does have its uses. You can swap this out with our other abilities, which I'll cover later. Star cards. Battle command. Battle command is a HP buff for your allies. Improved battle command, which one you see here, will also buff yourself as well. Flash grenade. Flash grenade is a grenade that you can trigger, unlike thermal detonator or any other grenade that you're used to. Throw it, and you can trigger exactly when you activate it after about 5 seconds, and then it'll activate by itself. Right, weapons. DC 17. Basically, it's your basic starting pistol. It's nothing too flash. It's a decent all-round weapon. Okay, your S5 is your first unlock. It's supposedly a long-range, hard-hitting sniper pistol, but really what it is a pain in the ass, and it's awkward to use. I found the DC 17 to be a lot easier to use than this. Didn't perform its function well enough. Really have a spot in something you'd use. You wouldn't take this on a long range map because the blurg is just better range. Okay, in theory you have a 2-shot range kill weapon for classes with 150 HP. A headshot and a body shot, but it's just too hard to pull off with slow projectile speeds. Of course, being high recoil, high damage, low rate of fire, very hard to use at hip fire. Alright, the blurg. The blurg is the officer's best pistol. Accurate at close-up, accurate at range, enough bullets before it overheats, to handle a 1-on-1 or a 1-on-2. Very reliable and great mods. Reduced recoil, excellent. Improved burst, 2 to 4, even better. Comes as a pseudo shotgun, where you can peek around the corner, fire 4 bullets and come back round. Floating shot is not the best upgrade, but it does work extremely well versus saber heroes because they can't block the exploding shot. It does make the weapon a lot more inaccurate, but it adds a little bit more damage to the weapon. Cost of extra heat. Right, the SE44C. Now, if you've unlocked the blurg and just gave this a quick use, you'll find that this is probably about the same as the DC 17. So why the hell would you ever use it? One upgrade, rapid fire. This upgrade alone turns it from a crappier DC 17 pistol to the slightly worse version of a CR2 assault. If you've visited the forums, you'll find that a lot of people want to get that weapon nerfed. So this is actually somewhat a better version, slightly slower time to kill. Improved killing means you could kill probably about 7-8 people before the weapon itself starts to overheat. Yes, that's how much killing has on this weapon. Rapid fire just increases the rate of fire about 30%. This is what actually makes it useful. The weapon itself isn't better than the blurg. It's the best officer pistol, but it does give you an alternative if you ever get sick of using it. or you like a slightly different style. It will take quite a while to grind the 250 kills to unlock this rapid fire upgrade, but it is very, very nice. Okay, onto the star cards. Officer's Presence. Reduces the labor for nearby allies. Health regeneration begins. Best thing to say about this is as long as you're working together as a team, it's actually quite powerful, as opposed to the Survivalist, where it gives you the same buff but only for yourself, which is very, very underwhelming. Right, Marksman. Too inconsistent, too hard to capitalise on. Needs to be more about that. Expert Weapons Handling. Again, very lackluster card, because you're going to be actively cooling your weapon rather than just letting it overheat. Brawler, not very useful for officer class, but the 100 HP on melee kill is. Bodyguard, crap. Survivalist, not good enough to justify a star card slot. Bounty Hunter is actually very, very strong. You can afford the card space for it. The ability to get your hero 10-15% earlier is actually pretty strong. You're talking about like a minute, possibly potentially getting it like a minute faster. Considering how long it takes to usually get a hero, instead of getting it at the last minute of the game, you're getting it at the last 2 minutes of the game. You know, it's pretty good. Awesomeness. All your abilities have shorter recharge times. Not the best card, but it is pretty solid, because the officer does rely on all these cooldowns, and he uses them all pretty, uses these cooldowns a lot. Okay, you're always going to use Battle Command, that's always going to be on cooldown, and your flash grenade's also going to be on cooldown a lot as well. So, Awesomeness is a very strong independent card. Definitely worth consider taking. Through Flash Grenade, this takes good ability and just makes it that little bit better, a little bit more damage, and of course, larger blast range for a Flash Grenade is going to be really good. Definitely worth picking. Homing Shot, the worst thing ever. Do not take this under any circumstances. It takes 3 seconds to lock onto a target while you're just complete sitting duck trying to do this, and then does 75 damage, which still can be blocked by them ducking behind an object. Completely useless, don't use it. Blast Command. This is very limited use, it just means your pistol weapons and all that of you and allies won't overheat. It's not worth the slot. Recharge Command. This is somewhat situational. Okay, if very handy when throwing grenades into choke points, use this ability, unlocks everyone's cooldowns. It can be very strong if you're working in a team environment, but solo play, kind of too situational. But a potential upgrade. Through Battle Command, this is the card that you want to take 99% of the times. Not only does it give the HP buff to your allies, it gives the HP buff to you. Essentially the officer class with no real other fancy direct combat capabilities. Right, it's an absolute lifesaver. Always have that. Improved Blaster Turret, takes a weak turret, makes it a bit harder to kill. It's pretty good. If you like the turret, 100% have to have. If you don't like the turret, then you'll be taking something like Squad Shield. This is pretty much designed to put down over an objective so you can cap it without getting harassed, sniped, because the incompetent teammates won't watch your back for you. Outside of that though, it's a little bit too situational. Turret's more versatile. This is basically just, I'm going to hide, regen my HP up, and then take my head back out. If that's the style of play you like, then definitely Squad Shields for you. Disruption. A modified fusion device which created a burst of ionized energy, overheats your weapons, diffuses explosive, and temporarily disables turrets. This is fantastic for group fights. Whether you charge in there and suicide, or you try and run in from behind and activate this thing, overheating everyone's weapons is just crazy good. Unfortunately, I find that every time you use this thing, you die horribly. Quite overheating people's weapons. Because it forces you to run out into the open, where you have no cover from or protection from bullets, laser blasts, thermal detonators, etc. So, while this is a very strong ability, you are going to die using it. That covers a portion. Alright, so let's dive into a few tactics that I've picked up. The 20 so hours I've played of Officer. Right, the old turret and hide tactic. You place your turret in the obvious spot, and you hide. Someone comes in, hey, there's a turret, I'm going to shoot this. And then you pop out and you kill them while they're focusing on your turret. And this does work a lot better than it should. The only problem is if you pop out and there's 3 people there, but you still have the option of running. Okay, placing your turret on a flank. Turret on the flank, you put all your attention to like a doorway where it's coming from. All of a sudden you hear beep 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 beep. Right, so now you know that there's someone coming up on your flank, so it's a great flank detector. Put it on the other side of a doorway, long corridor, whatever you want. Buffing. Okay, there's so many times I've seen other officers flat out spam the buff button, and then the time people actually get in range of combat, or actually in a fight, the buff's worn off and it's fucking useless. Right, so pay attention to when it's off cooldown. Then whenever someone pushes forward, or there's enemies in the area, buff. It is a little bit more, takes a little bit more attention, but you know, at the end of the day, you're giving 100 extra HP to everyone, including yourself, which could save, you know, their life and then thereby your life. Alright, so just don't spam the button. You won't get points for it. At least not enough. You get like 1 battle point, I think, for each person you buff. So when you spawn, you can do it on like 20 people, and it comes off cooldown before your first engagement. That's fine, but just save it for combat before combat starts. Okay, that pretty much covers everything I wanted to do for this video. Please leave any comments, suggestions, feedback, comments below. I'll get around to answering it. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.